Good morning, everyone. Good morning, to boliye. Thank you. You know, when I was called by Expresso to say that let's come and do a little talk here, I was wondering what shall I talk about my life? We've just been dancing, nothing else. And I don't know how exciting dancing can be to talk about, but dancing is quite exciting when you are doing it. But I felt that maybe I should pick up a few small little things that happened in my life and bring it out and just tell you guys about it. Let me begin with a little bit of my family background. My great-grandfather was the doctor to Gandhiji, and my grandfather was the first gynecologist in the Indian Army. My father was also in the Indian Army. And you know, some army background people and a little bit of Gujaratis, you know how Gujaratis are, they are all very conservative and things are not supposed to be, if they're supposed to be a certain way, they should remain in that particular way itself. So it was very difficult for me to kind of get into dancing. Though my father and my mother were very good dancers, they are still very good dancers, they would go for all the army parties and win this best couple dancing prizes and all that. But it's okay to go over a weekend at the mess, army mess. You know, live band is playing these beautiful waltzes and cha-chas and sambas and jives and everything. You do all that, but when the son says, I want to dance, he's told no. And that's what happened to me as well. When I was in school, I told them, you know, I want to dance. I want to learn to dance. What's there to learn in it? We go to the parties, music is played, just dance, see people and just copy. What's there to learn? But I felt there was a lot more to it than just, you know, few steps. And things got a little difficult because when I reached college, most of my friends said, oh, ye kya karega, ladkiyon ko patane ke liye dance karega. You know, everything is to do with getting closer to girls or just going out at nightclubs and partying and just having a good time. The seriousness of dancing was never looked at. And I think even today, probably somewhere in our country, still we don't look at dancing so seriously, especially when it comes to Western dancing. Indian classical dance, yes, 8 years, 10 years we take to learn. But Western dance, 1 week workshop is more than enough. That was probably the mentality even 30 years back. And even today it's going on. It was a little difficult for me. Some of my relatives would tell me, kya kare, nachna khana kholega. You know, and in the beginning I would feel really bad, like nachna khana, what kind of word is that, you know? And nachna khana can sound really cheap and vulgar and something that we are, you know, you don't do that. And then I thought to myself, probably, yeah, that's true. A dancing class is nachna khana in shrewd Hindi language. So one day I told my aunt, हाँ मैं नाचना खाना खोलूंगा, and you will not believe this disaster in the whole family, that how could he answer back to the aunt like that, कि नाचना खाना हाँ मैं खोलूंगा. But that time even I didn't even have a thought of opening a dance class, to be honest. I just wanted to dance for myself. But finally I thought, and there has to be a way out. It just can't be no from the family, especially my father who was completely against it. He said, army join karo. And my older brother was very keen to join the Indian Army. He gave the NDA examination and things like that. And I was like, ye to dancer banne wala hai. There's quite a stigma attached to the whole thing. But fortunately for me, I would say my grandmother was very, very supportive. She said, no problem, you must, whatever you want to do, you do. And I'm there with you. And I was quite surprised because she was such a staunch Gujarati that one could never think that she would probably say this to me, that whatever you want to do, you do. I'm there with you. I'll always support you. And she told my father, when I told him I want to do my dance course in Germany, in beginning of 1990s, the course was costing somewhere 17 lakhs. And that much money, he said, you know, मैं तो इसमें एक flat ले लूँगा. You know how Gujarati mind thinks, no? Flat, paiso. So he was like, all the time he said that, you know, I will get a two-bedroom apartment with this. Which is quite true. In beginning 1990s, that was quite the fact. And he said, I'm not going to give you any money. That is when I went to my grandmother and I said, you know, can you please help me with something? Because you are saying supporting, but now finally when the time comes to support, nobody is supporting. So she spoke to my father. I don't know what conversation they had. I don't even know till today what conversation they had. Never asked him that at all. And he said, I will not give you full money. I will only give you half. And the rest you have to earn yourself and go into the course. And I was fortunate enough that time, you know, these modeling contests had just come up, Glad Rags and Mr. India and all these contests had just come out, and they were doing quite well and guys were getting good modeling contracts and things like that. So I took part in these contests. I was fortunate enough to win it as well. And I went to as a launch model for Phoenix Shoes in Germany. And I decided to do my dance course there. So I kind of use of my modeling and these kind of extra things that we would do to earn extra bucks. And finally, I collected the money that I wanted to collect. I went and did my dance course, 3.5 years of dancing for more than 10 hours a day. It was wonderful, with all the blisters, with all the khoon coming out. It was satisfying, which probably we might feel, oh God, that is a lot of hardship. But you know that those blisters made you feel wonderful. Made you realize that you are working towards what you always wanted to work towards. And all these things of dancer banega, nachna khana kholega, whatever would come to our mind would not matter. Because when the blisters would burst, all of those negative thoughts would just burst along with it. It was really beautiful. And I decided, let me come back, 3.5 years, long time, not met my parents and been dancing like a crazy man. Let me come back and kind of say hello to them. And I came here. And I think one part was very, very easy for me, was to get my first film break. Because I was dancing at a party. You know how it happens in Bombay City. Dancing at a party, and Shyam Benegal's assistant was there, and he said, looking at you, it looks like as you're a ballroom dancer. We are having this small little sequence in an upcoming film called Zubeda. Do you think you'll be able to come and choreograph it for us? Okay, let me try. I've never done it before. So the first film came about. But like they say, the first one probably is easy, but the next one is not. Because the second one was too difficult, because when you say, in Bollywood there is one very particular thing. If you do one thing, then you only do that thing only all the time. All your life, in fact. So ballroom dancing, couple dancing, I mean now only thing whenever there is an opportunity for any couple dance forms, only we have to call this particular choreographer, otherwise he can't do anything else. It was very difficult for me to break that particular thing and tell people, look, there's more to dancing than just what you probably see or what you take education in. And slowly, Aruna Raje met me, other directors met me, and Ketan Mehta met me, and we did a lot of films together. And when we now kind of turn back and look, last year, the government of India gave me the National Achievement Award for being the first choreographer who kind of broke out of so many things. And it felt so wonderful, because in the past 22 years of the National Achievement Award, they've always been given to the classical dancers or folk dancers or any of those musicians into the classical field, folk field, but never anybody in a Western dancing field. And when I was standing there receiving my award, it was a very proud moment, because my parents were sitting there, and my father, who would always tell me no, no, no for dancing, was there loudly clapping for me. And I felt so wonderful that finally probably he somewhere agreed to the fact that, he can do what he wanted to do. And let me tell you a small secret. Today, my Pune classes are managed by him. So, it just, it feels so nice when he probably calls me up every 20 days and says, ye ad dalna hai, ye karna hai, wo karna. And I was like, okay. And I always tell my mother, does he remember what he told me some 25 years back, that you can't do all this? And today he's the one who's taking initiative of saying, let's do this for advertising, let's do this for popularity and things like that. So I think, somewhere as children, we probably need to make our parents somewhere understand that what we think probably is also right. But at the same time, we have to find a common way out. So we don't kind of, make them not be with us, because I think what's most important in anybody's success is the ashirvad of the family. And if that's not there, you can't go against them and say, I will do it. Because if you go against them, I feel there's always some negativity that remains there. So the best is that when you bring them with you. And that bringing together, I think, was a very major part by my grandmother, who's no more with us today. But I remember still a few of her words. She said, whatever you do, remember that तुमको बहुत दोस्त मिलेंगे, बहुत कुछ लोग मिलेंगे, साथ रहेंगे, नहीं रहेंगे. But only thing that will remain with you will be your talent. And nobody can take away that talent from you, which is the fact. So today, if I have no money, like my introduction, she gave no money, which is true. Dancers probably don't get so much money. But, what will remain forever, even if I turn an old man, will be my dancing talent. And nobody can take that away from me. And these confidence little things that come into our lives are only given by people like our elders. So we should not somewhere, not consider them or their ideas that they have in life, because it's very important to believe in what they say. My father said no, probably because he had his own little things in his mind. क्या करेगा, कैसा कमाएगा, शादी करेगा, बच्चे होंगे, how are you going to look after? And dance was never a profession a few years back. Now probably it is. So he was also right in his own way. But maybe I didn't even think about career in dancing. I was just wanted to dance because I felt that gave me happiness. And I think hardship, when we talk about in every field, be it dancing, is a physical lot of problem, because a lot of exercise goes into dancing, so you're physically very, very difficult for you. And apart from that, a place like India, where dance is always looked at as a hobby, as a time pass activity for an hour or two in the evenings, to make a career out of it is a completely different thing altogether. Today we all, because of Dance India Dance and Jhalak Dikhla Jai and all these shows, we are talking about dance, dance, dance and dance, because other few years back it was never there. And a dancer, let's face the fact, was always looked at dancer hai. Was never given that status. But a classical dancer was. Sonal Mansingh, Birju Maharaj, everybody will say, oh, Birju Maharaj, Birju Maharaj. Does anyone say Shamak Davar? But let's face the fact, he's also dancing. We all are dancing. It's just the feeling that we Indians somewhere have compartmentalized our things. This is good status. This is a time pass status. And I come in a time pass status. Even today. Though I have so many classes and branches everywhere, but still, my dance style is a time pass style. Every evening when I go to my class, people are coming there only because they want to have a good time twice a week. But for that, to give them twice a week good time, I have worked for over 40 years. So I think it's just the outlook towards things. For me, it's my life. For me, it's my passion. For me, it's everything. Like yesterday, I was talking to somebody and they said, how do you manage to dance the way you dance? I said, because before every show, I tell him that I'm dancing for you. Whatever it is, if I'm playing a character of a particular god, goddess, or whatever I'm doing, I'm just praying to the particular god by saying, I'm going to do this for you. Now it's up to you how you take it. And I just leave it. And I just do it. So if tomorrow, like some of my students come and tell me, oh sir, that Cupid show you had done, and when you were dancing around, it looked like as if Cupid was dancing in front of us. Well, probably it was him who had come and was doing it for me. So it's just the way you look at it. Some people say, the performance hai, choreography hai, light hai, sound hai, music hai, so and so, so and so. But for me, probably that doesn't matter at all. For me, it is just do what I want to do. And don't bother, like they said, don't give a shit about anything. Because if you start thinking, wo kya bolega, wo kya bolegi, what will happen to this one, what will happen to that one, then we are gone, we are destroyed. As a dancer, I realized that, because there was time when I would say, is my dance being appreciated? Does it matter? I'm dancing because I want to dance. Whether you like it or whether you don't like it, doesn't make a difference to me. I'm just doing because I just want to do it. And I believe somewhere that what I believe in is right. Any movement, any storytelling, any scripting that I do for my shows, I believe in it completely. I have my new show coming up on the 4th of October. It's for, I was just discussing with Harish here, it's for the Humsafar Trust. It's talking about LGBT issues, about God of Light and Art, Apollo, and his lover Hyacinth. So if love never believed in man, woman, caste, creed, jati, whatever you want to call it, then why should dance believe in that? Dance is also your inner feeling. And if you bring it out correctly, beat anybody. Don't you think that sometimes you feel, I can't dance, I have 2 left feet. That's in your mind, you have 2 left feet. Have you ever tried it? Get up and do it. And I'm sure when you get up and do it, you'll realize, I can do it. Because you want to do it. Well, those were little things about my life. Nothing very great. But yes, what was wonderful is that I got a lot of love from people. And I'm happy about that. Thank you so much, everybody. Lovely talking to you all. Thank you.